What's up, everybody? Ron Harris here, and we are talking about the Tampa Pro judging with the man who just left the venue. He's down there in Tampa. He's not Bruce Patterson. He's Big Mike Cox.
What's up, Ron?
Man, so,
great, man.
If you guys don't know Bruce Patterson, he was a bodybuilder from Canada. I'd say early mid 90s.
Mid 90s, yeah, mid 90s. Muscle man guy.
Also ended up doing some gay porn. So
hey, who are we to judge, right?
I mean, get that bag.
There you go, right?
So, Mike, we're going to look at some other stuff, but can you see this on screen right now?
Yes.
This was pictures Mike took of the first call out, and we could see, is that Joseph Palacios there on the left?
No, is that? I believe that's Joseph.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not familiar with him at all, but clearly he's in every picture I saw of the top five so far. So he's in that top five. And
he's Art Atwood.
Had you ever heard of Joseph before?
Ron, I had no idea who he was, but when he came out, I said to man, this guy's gonna be in the top five. He's got too much muscle and too much condition to be ignored. Right? His shape it's not the greatest, but you can't, dude. Like I said, he's Art Atwood reincarnated.
Yeah, and if you guys don't Art Atwood, Google him. He was really, really good. He passed away very young for a person. But Quint, man. So Quinton quickly put him in the middle, it looks like, and here he is with Jordan Hutchinson and John Jewett. We were on the group chat, and Giles seems to think Jordan's got this one, but I think you're leaning more towards Quint.
Bro, when Quinton walked out, Ron, and he hit that front relax, it was just pure beauty, right? And from the front and side, you're not touching this guy. The front double, front lat, the side chest, side try, and how he twists it, Ron, it makes his waist just disappear. So whoever's helping him with his posing is doing a fantastic job of showcasing his strengths and hiding his weaknesses. Now, the back was better, right? It wasn't, great, but it was better. It was improved. In my opinion, Ron, it wasn't enough to cost him the show. But when he comes out, like I mentioned before, it's like Paul Dillette standing there again. Wow. I don't know if the camera or the live stream captured the amount of detail he had in his quads. I mean, his quads were crazy separated, bro. Crazy. His ab thigh, when he does it, he kind of twists that hip just a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's what us old dudes like to talk about when we talk about, like Neil says, #bodybuilding.
Yeah.
This is it, man. But dude, Jordan, no joke, Ron. I thought Jordan towards the end of prejudging, he kind of closed that gap a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder how close it is. I mean, it looks like they kept those two next to each other the whole time.
They didn't move. Those two were clearly the best two of this class. Jewett was on. It's just, Ron, it's almost too much muscle now. Right? I think the exercise kind of hurt it. It's impressive, but it hurt his shape. The waist looked a little bit wider, but he was dug out, like completely dug out.
Yeah.
But when you have a guy like Quint, man, right? It's too much shape and too much size and the right amount of condition. I mean, he's a big dude, bro. Like, and it was crazy is he's not even close to tapping that potential. But it's just, I smiled when he came out. I was just like, I was thinking like, here we're back to the 90s, bro. And it was cool because Bob's in the front row and Kevin's here, and so it's just to see that big guy, man. It was just, and I don't want to say I'm just taking anything away from Jordan because he was very impressive. But the thing is, Ron, it wasn't what we saw in the pictures leading up to the show, right? Yeah. Those pictures he posted where he was completely dry. It was a thin, and I'm nitpicking, thin film from the back, right? Yeah. But he's got a lot of grainy. He looks like he just trains heavy, like that nasty, heavy branch worn Johnny O. Jackson training. But it's close. It's not a cakewalk for Quinton.
So let's go to Gilco. You haven't put any of the open people up, Gilco. Come on. Got plenty of classic people from yesterday. They're kind of slow on the uptake sometimes.
Yeah.
Who else had it? Beyond Stage TV, I think, had was that the one I was just looking at? You know, I get confused very easily.
And you know, too, Ron, also too, man, like Shire was good. It's just these guys it was a stacked class. This was a stacked lineup. And if you're Justin from the back wasn't as great as from the front. From the front, he's so shapely and beautiful, but these guys were just good, and nobody could have foreseen the. I can't remember what's his name again. The fourth place guy, the big dude, Art Atwood. Yeah, Joseph. I'm sorry, Joseph. But nobody foresaw that.
I did a prediction show, and I didn't even mention him. I think I don't even know if I went and looked on his Instagram. I mean, that's my bad. But so Quinton's still a work in progress. He still needs some more hamstrings, but this isn't the O right here. This is the Tampa Pro. I'm not saying he's going to build some hamstrings in the next 11 weeks, but damn, he looks good. I mean, because we were worried that this guy would flatten out or he'd smooth out. This is obviously just not the best, clearest footage. You were right there.
No, dude. It's now. Listen, the glutes and hands weren't as dug out. He was a lot fuller from the back, but it works. And I think, and it's crazy, Ron. When you think about how Roden stands relaxed, and think how Quinton stands relaxed. It's eerily similar. That front relax, right? It's kind of similar, but look at that, man. Look at that front.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
We were all worried he was going to flatten out because I've seen so many pictures of him or videos like a week out, he's looking great. And then he hits the stage and something went wrong. So here's Jordan Hutchinson from Texas. Clearly does not have the same aesthetics. He doesn't have that little tiny waist and little tiny joints. But boy, that's a
thick man.
That's a lot of muscle and condition. But you're right. That grainy, super dry look we were seeing in those update pictures.
Yeah.
It's not really translating here to that stage. Maybe stage lighting is brutal. It's very unforgiving.
And two, it that too. And again, when you're standing next to these other guys, everything becomes apparent. But it's a good showing. He improved a lot. That's the front poses. Yeah. It's just rock hard granite. The back is getting better. The quads were super thick. Nice separation and detail. Like you said, when you set the bar, and that's what I worry about some of these guys, man. When they put those pictures up, Ron, that's what we expect, right? Yeah. And if it's not kind of what we see, it's just he's not off. But our minds have that vision in our heads of what we saw online, right? But Jordan, if he doesn't win today, there's no doubt he'll probably win next week in Texas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
2 weeks.
Other than these guys, I don't know of anyone that's doing Texas that we're not aware of.
No, maybe him and Jewett.
Yeah, I mean, is there anybody that's not here that's doing Texas? I obviously
not that I can think of.
The list will come out Monday. We'll know for sure. But I think whoever wins today, whether it's Jordan or Quinton, the other one's going to win next week.
I agree. Totally agreed. And like we talked about earlier this year, Ron, and Giles even said it too, is that there's going to be some guys that miss out on the O because they waited so long to qualify, right? So, and like I said, this show was a great show. And real quick, De La Rosa, he wasn't off. It was just these guys were so good, right? It was from the glutes and hands weren't as tight as they were last year, but everything else on John was great, Ron. It was great. They're just some bigger, better guys, man. It's crazy how the difference between first and fourth is so minute between these guys. But this is what we all heard for, right? This is what we all, as fans of bodybuilding, wanted. We wanted competition. We wanted parity. And we finally have parity in the sport. Nobody's dominating anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find some even more footage here. I think I'm getting closer. Instagram. We'll go to the comments in a second, guys. But so who is that? So that's somebody else. It's not one of our top guys. Here we go. Here's some good footage here. So there's Palacios, Jordan Hutchinson, Quinton Eriya, and is that John Jewett on the end? Yeah, John Jewett.
You have Jewett.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So what were you saying with De La Rosa? Because we were all—he's a defending champ. We're kind of hoping. I like John a lot. He's a cool kid,
Yeah.
cool guy. I was hoping he'd be in the mix for this, but it doesn't look like he's in the running for the win.
He was in that fifth through eighth call out. He looked like he's a strong fifth right now. He's good. He was fantastic, right? It's just these guys were just a little bit better, right? He wasn't a Jewett's size kind of overtook De La Rosa, right? Jewett's got a level of size now that he hasn't had before. But it's not it's hard to put my finger on it, bro. Yeah. He's not off. He's not bad. It looks like he's maxed out for that frame. It's a lot of muscle in that frame.
Yeah, I mean, it's as a 212, I always thought he could be a little bit bigger and fuller, and he did do that. And did he get too big? I guess we'll never really know. It's not like he's going to go backwards and intentionally lose some mass, but he's still in the mix here. He's still probably third place, right?
I would have him a solid third. Yeah, you know what, Rob? Him and Joseph. I would love to see him and Joseph directly compared, because Joseph he has some killer shots where he beats some of these guys, right?
Look at that.
It's not pretty, but look at that, dude.
Yeah, wow.
It's nasty, Ron. It's nasty condition. It's nasty muscle, bro. It's like he looks like he does heavy T-bar rows.
Yeah, which the science-based lifters will tell you don't actually activate the lats, but somehow we've had some guys like Dorian and Ronnie and Lee Haney that did plenty of barbell and T-bar and dumbbell rows and somehow managed to build it back anyway.
And he didn't get like that from one-arm reverse grip pull-downs. He's got heavy weight type shit, man. Yeah. So I'm a fan. I love this guy, man. Hopefully we see more of him. Hopefully he does Texas. Listen, if he does Texas, bro, it's going to be a battle. He's on our radar now, Ron. So we're going to look for him. The judges are going to look for him.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if we didn't really know who he was, I'm sure the judges at least some of them weren't very familiar. I'm sure some of them have judged him before because I don't know where he turned pro. I'm sure it was Nationals, USA, North American, something, but I don't really follow those shows anymore, the national shows.
But think about it, bro. It's good that we are at a time in the sport to where 20 years ago, he might not even got a comparison. He would have been totally overlooked, totally just, but now he was in the mix. There was no cries of politics, no like screwing over like Roland Zerlach or Aaron Baker. He was in the mix, and he's ready to compete for like top 5 spot. Yeah,
I really think the judging, I get shit on because I don't love fit model and stuff. But I mean, when I talk about the judging, I always say judging today is very, very fair and impartial compared to the old days.
Dude,
I can't look at the sideways footage. Sorry, kills me. Yeah, so let's go back to that footage and take some comments and questions. See if they've got any questions.
Dude, the second call out was still pretty stacked of guys. Like I was going through that second call out, and they were just all good. But props to the judges, they gave everyone a shot. Everyone at this show. Patrick Moore. He looked great, Ron. Wow. But it wasn't as good as Callie. But he was phenomenal.
Yeah, and Amir Omaragic, who I thought might have slid into top 3, didn't make first call out. Beef Stew, another guy. Yeah. Beef Stew looked. Wow, his legs look like they flattened out a lot there.
Yeah, it kind of fizzled out a little bit. But he was still rock hard. It wasn't his best look, but even Amir, Ron, if you could see in person. His legs and glutes are just absolutely ridiculous. It's just dumb, right? He wasn't the same upper body didn't have that same pop as it did before, but god dang, the lower body, man, for a kid his age, is just absolutely insane.
I don't know who this guy on the left to the left of Beef Stew is, but he's a giant.
Yeah, big tall guy, man. He may have a shot for that top 10, dude.
I don't know who that is. I mean, Stu's not the tallest guy, but that guy's got to be at least 6 foot.
And what sucks, man, is that we don't just know some of these guys that much because the USA, it's just not the same. We used to know every guy doing the USA, who's going to turn pro, who's next in line. But now it's kind of like, like I said, classic and men's physique stole a lot of our guys.
They did, and plus, because there's so many opportunities to turn pro now, the guys turn pro faster. We were around when guys like Mendenhall were up there for year after year after year. Edgar Fletcher, Rory,
Bo Matlock.
I mean, some of these guys. Chickarillo was up there like for 15 years in a row. So yeah, we got to know the top amateurs because we saw them many times.
And dude, when I looked over after Joe got off stage, I looked over. I could see Bob. Bob kind of gave one of those pretty impressive looks. So I'm sure the kid will do pretty good.
No Lionel Baeke. So I don't think Lionel ever had a visa to the USA. I don't know if he knew he needed to get a visa for the USA. Some people aren't that sophisticated when it comes to international travel. Didn't even look into it. But I mean, I know he had legal issues a few years back. His sponsor was the one that got in trouble, and I guess he was just affiliated with them and whatever. With a felony record, a felony conviction, even if he was on probation, we've seen a couple guys that can't get into the USA. I'm not going to name names, but there's people we're probably never going to see them on U.S. soil, and that's why, unless we elect some very liberal person into the White House, and they're like, "Everybody, let's go, come on in." Dave Thomas, I'm really pissed off. No Lionel. Well, really? I mean, last time he took the stage, he was being randomly drug tested, so he was quite natty. Didn't even looked like he didn't even diet. It was like it was a France show. Was it last year?
I think it was last year, the year before.
Yeah, it was one of those years, and he just looked awful. I mean, and that guy was freaking awesome back, around like 2012.
Oh, dude. Yeah. The Arnold Brazil, he should have won that show. That should have been his big win.
Yeah.
But, that shady stuff came out, so.
Yeah, what are you going to do? So.
Bruno was really good. It's just structurally he's a little different. It's a little funky looking, but he was in good hard condition. Yeah. It's a dogfight, Ron. It's a real dogfight for that top five.
So here we are with 6 guys on stage. This is probably your top 6, I'm guessing. Yeah. So let's say Quinton is first, Jordan second, Jewett third. Fourth, would you give to Palacios or John?
It
looked like
go ahead. Based on the call-outs, I'm sorry, Ron. Based on the call-outs, I'd have Palacio. And it's too bad. It's hard for me because I'm such a De La Rosa fan.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm a little biased, and you want to see him there. But if I'm going to be unbiased, man, Joseph if he took third over Jewett, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, he's like you said, he's out muscling people. Sometimes if you just have enough size and condition, and his shape's not bad at all.
No.
And I mean,
it's a muscle show, right? It's still bodybuilding. It's still a muscle show. Size is still a factor. It's still a consideration in the judging requirement. And he's got oodles of that. It's just, when he sees somebody that's kind of raw, like they're just raw, and they're going to be better and be good. That's him. Yeah.
So I mean, his stock is going up for a guy that I never heard of. So now he's very likely going to be fourth and maybe third. If it's that close, I wouldn't be surprised. John's damn good, but this guy, got to give him his credit. Whether he's that this also should cement in people's mind. Oh, it's all about your sponsors and how many followers you have on Instagram. No, I didn't know who the hell this guy was.
No, it means nothing, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because when Quinton posted those pictures leading up, and even the YouTube stuff I watched yesterday, I'm like, eh. But it all comes down to the day of the show, right? Mm-hmm. No matter what happens leading up to the show, that prejudging is when it all counts.
Yeah. Good question. Ron versus Midget Lee Priest. Midget's a bad word. You can't say that, Harry Balls. But Lee Priest looked better than me when he was 13 years old than I did in my prime. So there's your answer. Quinton got this.
Yeah.
Where's Shire? Actually, I haven't even seen a call out with Justin in it yet.
He was in the second call out all the way to the right. So he's looking like maybe he's 8th or 9th, Ron. It's just the back. The back hurts him. The back really does hurt his physique. It doesn't match. It's bigger, but it's not as conditioned. from the front, it's just beauty. Like small waist, round delts, just craziness. But the back poses definitely hurt him a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to try to find something with him in it because from the front, I was thinking this guy is a very, very possible winner. Not, it was, that was a long shot, I know, but still,
Yeah.
he looks damn good from the front.
He was he and the front lat spread and how he poses toe, he holds his front double bicep. It's just when these guys learn to twist their hips a certain way, especially the shape guys, it adds another element to their physique, man. It brings the beauty back to some of these physiques.
Let's see. Who's that talking? Patrick Tour? I don't know who that is. Can't even see the people that well. So I'm going to keep going. Yeah. Gilco. You got anything else for us, Gilco? I mean, I love their footage, but they do take a little while to upload. Well, they're busy. They're taking pictures and video.
And you know what, too, dude? If this is old man rant again. Yeah. People, when there's people behind you, you can't hold your phone up for the entire show. And if they say no filming, don't film. This dude got kicked out yesterday filming in the front. I'm like, you're filming. And Mandy left. The dude's arguing with the dude. I'm 2 seconds away from saying something, but I'm not all anadrol out, so I kept my mouth shut. Right? But stop filming. Don't be assholes, people. Have some common courtesy. That's what's missing in the world. Is just common courtesy. Old man rant over, Ron.
Well, but Bob Ciccarello, every time he MCs, about every 10 minutes, he reminds people there's absolutely no streaming. And you could see with the little red light in the phone when they're in front of you, you can see when they're streaming. I'm like,
yes.
They've been telling you, like, this is the 10th time they just announced no streaming, and here you are streaming.
Bikini girls are the worst at that. Sorry.
Yeah, they are. What'd you think of this guy, the classic winner, Dial?
What's his name? Ron, he was very. When he posed, stuff happened, right? When he came out to the stage, it nothing really popped. But once he started posing, things really started to happen. The classic division at this show, great. It wasn't as great as it has been in years past. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. It wasn't as super competitive, but I love his look. I don't think he's maybe top 12, top 15 at the Olympia, right? I know he mentioned he had some issues going, down where he's from, but it's there, but it's just Ron Classic is so top heavy, right? There's a lot of pro cards given out in Classic, and I hate to be that guy to say this, but some of these cats, man, when you're used to Bumstead, Sommerfeld, Ramon, Greco, the trickle down, it's very top heavy at the top, right? So, you're having shows to where it's not super competitive. Listen, Greco would have destroyed this show. Any of those top 6 guys would have wiped the floor with these guys. But it's just you got to do something, Ron, because you're losing depth. And I saw about 5 men's physique guys that would have won Classic.
Really?
Right? That just, dude, Ron, there was one guy, his legs weren't great. His upper body, it was just kind of dumb. He had the best back in the whole show.
Wow.
This cat had a back on him, bro, and full pecs, tiny waist. I'm like, somebody's got to tell him. Just let him know, man. Just make that move. But it's just, I don't know. That's what I saw, bro. It's just Classic's great, but it's just you got to cut back on the pro cards.
Q is for speaking of pro cards and Classic, I saw a couple posts today that Chris Aceto's son. And don't get me wrong, great potential. But he's at some pro qualifier. I don't know if it's in Canada, and he's in the lead to get his pro card today. Now he's like 19. He looks good, but he's a work in progress. He needs a lot more size, and that's a kid that he's probably going to turn pro today. And is he ready? I mean, a lot of these Classic, because they're cranking them out, like Junior USA. I think it's every
USA, bro.
Of every class. Junior Nationals.
Pro cards aren't. It's not based on potential. It's based on what you can do, right? Like, a lot of guys have potential, but most people that turn pro don't even use a pro card. You know, it's for marketing purposes.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
Okay. you can address this. Do Quinton's shoulders look a little pointy? Do they look like he's got crap in his shoulders?
I didn't notice that. I didn't pay attention. I didn't see anything like that. There were quite a few others that had some oil and some junk in the trunk, literally, but not Quinton. Ron, I swear to you, when Quinton walks out, Ron, it's so refreshing to see someone with tight abs, tiny waist. He's not riding a horse, really, right? Now the fullness. Jordan does have fuller pecs, a lot more density to him.
Yeah.
But sometimes, man, when you see someone like this, it's just overwhelming beauty. And I like that kind of physique, right? That's the kind of physique I like. So, maybe I'm biased, but Jordan, it's not like he's getting destroyed. If Jordan won, Ron, it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't be like, oh my God. But I think Quinton has this Olympia ticket.
I mean, I like Jordan's physique a lot, but Quinton, we came from an era where we had guys with beautiful shape and size, like the Flex Wheelers, the Chris Cormiers, on and on and on. Levroni. The 90s, we were spoiled because we saw a lot of that.
Yep.
And you don't see a whole lot of it today, but when I do see it, I'm like you. It's like, wow, it is refreshing. Like you don't have to have a big, thick waist to be a big guy. You can have really good shape sometimes.
And also, too, how you present your body makes a huge difference. There's some guys here, when you see them, it's just they would just pose, just pose a little differently. Like the kid that took, I want to say, fourth in the 212, he had Ron. This cat, when he walked out, it was like he's not going to lose. But it's just his back wasn't great, and just the posing and not holding your stomach tight, the transitions. Yeah. But posing your physique goes so far in the sport, man. Like it truly does.
Someone just ate a big bag of edibles. Uh-oh.
Yeah, son. That's what I'm about to do too.
Now your name is Big Bruce. Well, enjoy your high, Warhammer. I hope you don't have an edible.
Big Bruce.
What's the word I want to use? Situation with the edible.
Oh, good luck, bro.
I said because Giles had a story because he took some edibles over in Amsterdam like a couple weeks ago, and he didn't know how strong they were. I think everyone's got at least one edible story where they miscalculated the dosage and either passed out or they were just freaking out. And I've got a few.
Yeah, Mandy ended up on the bathroom floor naked, so she's familiar.
That's typical. It's nothing unusual.
Sorry, honey.
Let's get to some questions. Actually, I should leave a group picture up while we're taking that, so it doesn't look like I'm favoring Jordan Hutchinson.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. No, I don't know what the hell that is. That was the whole list. What's up with the sideways stuff, guys?
I don't know, dude. I hate that.
My neck doesn't work that way. I'd be at the car. I'd have to go to a chiropractor's appointment if I looked at that. I just want to put up one. No, okay, no, that's Nick Walker. Yeah, Nick's a big boy. Body was out border.
Dude, he's just mutating, literally. He's morphing into something.
I cannot get a text back from that guy. Do you remember me ever saying anything bad about him? I can't remember.
Never. Well, no, you didn't know.
I can't remember saying anything bad. The only thing he did, I did disagree because remember that guy that came out with the mohawk pointing his crotch and dancing a few weeks ago?
Yes.
So he made a post saying, you guys need to leave this guy alone. You don't know his journey, this and that. And I said, I don't care about his posing, but the guy was in no kind of shape. And Nick was saying, he's 50 years old. I'm like, dude, I've seen a million 50-year-old guys shredded out of their minds.
Yeah, that doesn't take much diet. Diet to get in shape and then jump around.
It's not the excuse. Joe is also in your intro. Oh, I didn't realize that. Is that so?
Oh, no shit.
So I guess Joe Palacios is in the intro of the Blackstone Labs athletes. I mean, I'm not familiar
very nice
yet. I will be. Happy for Joe, absolutely. What's good, Ron? When you think about Emir, a fellow German? Well, you tell me, Mike. I mean, have you seen him before? How did this compare to like the best Emir you've seen before?
It's not the best Emir. I remember when he was at the New York Pro and he blew my mind. And a couple of shows in Europe last year, dude, he was lights out. It just, the upper body wasn't the same. It didn't have that kind of same fullness and detail that he normally has. Lower body is the best. That's not even a question. But he just did, when he doesn't have that kind of condition in the upper body that we're used to, he doesn't stand out. And listen, if he had that New York Pro look, it'd be a different story, right? It would be because he's a freak. He's very freaky, but it just wasn't the best Amir that we've seen.
Yeah. Does Quinton remind you of Tony Freeman?
Tony Freeman, Paul Dillette, any big dude with shape is Quinton all rolled into one. And it's just weird around because
racist statement, Mike. How dare you?
Can't be racist, bro.
Was Justin Shire flat?
I wouldn't say he was flat. It was just the guys were better. Sometimes, man, in this sport, there's dudes that are just better on this particular day. His back condition wasn't the best, so I think that may have hurt him as well. But there was just guys bigger and better. And when he first came out by himself, you were like, wow. And I was like, wow. But as he next to other guys, and I think too, as they moved him, his confidence, you can see, kind of fade a little bit. But he wasn't bad. He wasn't off. It's just this was a deep show.
Yeah, well, he looks pretty damn good. But like
he looked damn good
from the front. But you got to have a back. I mean, it's when they say shows are won from the back, because when it's close like this and it's a stacked show, they need reasons to put some guys in the second and third call out. You can't have a first call out with 15 guys.
No.
You can't have a tie for first place either. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the back. It's going to cut out in a second. I want to see if it continues on the next story. I mean, it's not horrible. He's got high lats. He's definitely got high lats. Definitely high lats, but I mean, build a back, Justin. Build that back up, and
that's all it is. That's all it's missing, man. That's really all that's missing on his physique. Because it's very, and I think that's something we mentioned earlier, is that there's a lot of shape guys now around. There's a lot of shape guys in the sport. Yeah. And if you have good shape with good condition, they're gonna place you high.
Right. Is that Hebrew? I think it is. I'm not good at languages, but that looked like Hebrew.
No, dude, come on.
He didn't post it. Somebody else.
Okay.
Now we're not getting into Israel versus Palestine here, guys. No.
Shit! Don't start that, bro.
I'm not touching that shit.
Good luck with that.
Well, Justin, man, still didn't get it today, but keep an eye on this guy. He's got a pro win. He's been to the Olympia. He's not awful. He's damn good.
Dude, peaking for a pro bodybuilding contest, much less a pro contest, is it's as hard as hitting a baseball. Let me tell you that. Okay, nailing it on the day of the show to be almost perfect is not easy, right? The best don't do it all the time. So I think fans give these guys shit when they don't nail it 100%, thinking that it's just super easy, but it's not.
I want to see if Amer has anything up, because all we've seen so far from him was some pretty awful pictures. You couldn't really see what the hell was going on. Story. So there's his face. Show day. Nope.
Was he's like 26?
Yeah, he's 26 years old. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Damn it, Amir. How about Beef Stew? Does Beef Stew have any pictures of or video himself up yet? Yeah, Catherine, who I appreciate you being on these lives, Catherine Patterson. She wanted to see him in fourth, but no.
Nah. And again, he's not bad. It's just there's guys that are just in better structure, better condition, right? It's just it's not the best. I think we saw him in New York. He was the best in New York. But that's it. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, man. It's competition. And unfortunately, 22's a hard ass dude showed up.
I knew you'd bring up cookies at some point.
Yeah, we had some too.
Gilco. I wish you had the Gilco footage is the absolute best. That's why I get bummed when they don't have it up. It's like super fast.
Yeah. Hey, Ron, listen, man. I'm gonna go grab a quick bite, and we're gonna head back over to the show. I'll be in the group chat, and if you want me on tonight, let me know. I got you, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate you being here.
All right, bro.
All right, I'm gonna continue with you guys. All right, guys. So I'm gonna just keep looking at a little bit more footage. If you guys know of any footage that I'm not aware of, please let me know. I'm gonna get to your comments now. Joe won the USA's. Thank you. Joe is Mr. USA 2023. So he was 2 years ago, won the USA. A lot of you guys let me know that. I mean, I know I should know who won the USA, but like I said, in the past, I could have told you not only the overall winner of the USA from the past like 10 years. I could have told you most of the class winners. That's how that's how famous the amateurs were back then, because it took them years to turn pro, and they were in the magazines, and we got to know the top amateurs. Justin looks way off from the back, the front and side looking to me. Yeah, I mean, he just needs to build that back, and he's a young guy. I don't think it's impossible. I bet a good off season where he just really hammers that back, we could see a very different story next year. What place is Emir? So I guess he was in the second call out. He's looking at somewhere between 7th and 10th, it looked like, from where Emir, no legs. He does need a little bit more legs. Second call out. I mean, we did it. So we did our predictions earlier. I know I'm like 20 minutes behind on your comments. I will get to them. So it's looking like Quinton Eriya for the win. Jordan Hutchinson probably going to be second. Probably could change. He could win, but Mike's leaning a lot more towards Quinton. Third place could be either John Jewett or Joseph Palacios, and fifth place probably going to be John De La Rosa. Justin Savoy, didn't see him up there at all. Don't know who that is. Mr. Instagram. I mean, he wasn't in the first two call-outs, so I didn't ask Mike, but I guess he would. What's his name? Ping Pong Wang. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. Hold on. I know I had him on my list of competitors here. Just curious if he's got anything up. Ping. Got anything up? Ping has no stories. Ping has not posted a damn thing. Oh, Ping. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this was the first call out of Bruno Santos, John Jewett, Jordan Hutchinson, Quinton Eriya, John De La Rosa, and there was one more guy I can't see. Oh, Joe Palacios. You can't. Oh, there he is on the left. That's Joe Palacios in the turquoise. Yep. Yeah, Amir was in the second call out. Amir is not going to win. I'm sorry. Today wasn't his day. Yeah, they don't answer well. We talked about him a few minutes ago, Mike and I, and maybe if you were still watching, you heard what he said. This is German. Ja, so will ich mitbekommen habe. I don't know what that means. Danke means thank you. So I think that means second call out. He was in the second call out. I don't know. Maybe sixth place. I mean, that's wishful. Anytime someone's in the second call out, wishful thinking is that they're sixth place. And maybe he will be. I don't know. But I've seen that happen where everyone that's in the second call out, each guy, I hear people saying he's probably going to be sixth. Well, if there were 6 guys in the first call out, that's your first through sixth place in no particular order. Usually the second call out is going to be 7th through 12th in no particular order. Oh my God. Okay, I know that. It's oh my God. And Bioclave for steroid use. Well, his sponsor, I can't remember the guy's name. His sponsor was arrested. This is going back 3 or 4 years at least. The guy who was sponsoring him, who owned a big nutritional supplement company in France, he was arrested for, I think he was manufacturing or selling gear on a very widespread basis. And I don't know how Lionel got caught up in it, unfortunately for him. But I do know that he was being drug tested as part of his probation. So he didn't do any prison time. I think that guy, the owner of the company, is in prison. He didn't get any prison time. He got probation, but one of the terms of his probation was that, or parole. Parole is when you're already in jail and they let you out. Probation is you never go to jail, prison. He was being drug tested for steroids, and if that's still the case, and I don't know if it is, maybe that was only for probation. Usually has a period, a year, 2 year. It's a set period of time where you have to meet with a probation officer once a week. You have to be. They want you to find a job. They want you to, and in a lot of cases, you're being drug tested. Typically, the drug testing is tied into whatever substance you were arrested for, convicted of, whether it's steroids or recreational drugs. Anyway, yeah, if he was, in fact, has a felony conviction, with the political climate, it's very hard to get into the USA now. It's been getting harder and harder since 9/11 for people from other countries to get into the USA unless they just walk across the Mexican border. Anyway, Niemals wussten Fuchs. 6 oder wer nicht im ersten Callout. Nicht. Listen to my horrible German impersonation. Emir 7 or 8. I mean, and it's still not bad. I mean, it's not great. Standing callout in der Mitte. Also, is also the same in both languages? All right, I'm not going to attempt to read German. You guys are going back and forth to German. God bless you. Meine Null. That looks like sherbet there. Verbersert. All right, English I can read. What happened to Justin Shire? Everyone's talking De La Rosa for the win, and guess what? Justin, we looked at his some of his footage from his Instagram stories. As predicted, he looked great from the front. His back is still a bit of a liability. His lats are a little on the high side. Needs to build more back thickness. His front and side shots are excellent. It's a tough show. It's stacked. I mean, it's the second to last chance for athletes from it's the second last chance inside the United States to qualify for the Olympia. There's only one more show, Texas next week, where they're not going to have to go to Europe. After that, it's Germany and where was the other show? France. There's 2 more shows in Europe left to qualify after this, after Texas. Mirror 24, 25. Fuckman is the same in German. Ja, mein Hand schon immer nach. Macht alt mit dem Rücken und der Herz. God, my German is obviously I don't know what the hell I'm saying. We're gonna watch the live stream. I'm late. Well, the live stream you would have had to get the pay-per-view. I'm not showing the live stream, and it's funny because I used to. There was a couple times in recent months, this year I should say, where I was not showing the pay-per-view because that would be like begging for a copyright strike from YouTube, because the promoters of the show, they usually have somebody like on watch during the pay-per-views to see if anybody is screen sharing the live stream, the pay-per-view, and they'll contact YouTube immediately, have it taken down, have the channel get a copyright strike, and you can lose your channel. I had a copyright strike from showing portions of the Olympia last year, the live stream, which I paid for the live stream, but that doesn't give me the right to show it on my YouTube channel and take away thousands and thousands of dollars of revenue from the Olympia. So I had a copyright strike that took me a few months to resolve. I couldn't do any live videos. I mean, I'm lucky I didn't lose the channel. But anyway, there were a couple channels that were doing that. They were streaming, and like Aretha from Brazil, she was doing live streams and doing commentary on it the whole time. And she hasn't lost her channel, but she hasn't done a live stream since Dubai. And I suspect somebody said something to her, or she got some sort of notification from YouTube. So like there were watch alongs. 2 big ones were Xavier does desktop bodybuilding, and Xavier, to get around it, because he knows, you know, he makes a good living off YouTube and he doesn't want to lose that. He does not want to get in trouble. So what he does and what Matt from Muscle Discord both do, they do watch alongs, but they'll screenshot the live stream as they're going along, the pay-per-view, and they'll just show the screenshots, and that you can do. That's not technically a violation because you're not showing the live video. But when I was showing the video of people before, I was taking a chance, and even those people, they don't seem to be taking that chance anymore. Yeah, you have to pay for the live stream. I'm just curious how much money it is. I didn't even look. So it's Tim Gardner Productions. So you go to Tim Gardner Productions. I know it's kind of late now. You probably don't want to get the stream now because we have the finals starting up in a bit. Just curious what I'm just curious what it cost. So Tampa Pro on Tim Gardner Productions. Purchase tickets, watch live. Watch live stream, purchase stage video, watch live stream. How much money? These are just past live streams. I don't even know what it costs. I don't know. Whatever it costs, that's what it costs. That's what it costs. Oh, okay. We go back to Instagram. Share screen. So we have something to look at while we're talking. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. So, Politik spielt halt. Are you talking about politics when Germans compete in the USA? I think that's what that's all about. Politik spielt halt auch noch mit die Deutschen abends immer schwer in the USA. I think he's saying it's politics, like when Germans compete in the USA. Like they're not given a fair chance. Holy mackerel, Nasser has reappeared in the 212s. I didn't see the 212 guy. I didn't really take a good look at him. More German. What a bad take. The Brazilian guy was insane. Second place. I think you're talking about 212. Yeah. Niall is the top guy. Brazilian guy looks great. Would be a great open competitor. I think was there any footage of him? I think Beyond the Stage showed the 212 winner. And it was men's physique. Cito Sunley for that's the classic winner. Any picks anything on the 212 winner? Well, these guys are really focusing on the classic. Yeah, okay. I know the guy. I'm not really familiar with the guy who won the 212. The name wasn't even that familiar to me. Bodybuilders Without Borders. See what they got for the 212. Was this the 212 winner? No. It was one of the top 5 guys. Lucas Garcia. All right, so here was the winner for 212. And they're showing his progress, transformation from 2024 to 2025. And yeah, he definitely got a little thicker. It's not a huge difference, honestly, but it's enough. Yeah, he looks like a very short guy. I can say that because I'm 5'7.5", so I can talk about people being short, and I'm not really being a bad person. But yeah, he looked really good. Let's go back to that. Ah, the sideways footage. You're killing me. Killing me with your sideways footage. All right, almost done, guys. Run. That's me. They got some of them jeans from Chris and Laura. We're talking about. That's not. I don't believe that's Laura. You were talking about Chris Aceto's son, who's going for his pro card today. I don't think Laura Carvalho is his mom. I don't believe they had any kids when they were married. I think it was. I don't know who his mom is, a wife or a girlfriend. I honestly don't know that much about Chris Aceto's personal life. Side leg from Jordan is crazy. Oh yeah, hamstring from the side and rear. Jordan clearly wins all shots. I mean, Jordan looks awesome. Don't get me wrong, but Quinton just has such beautiful, beautiful shape. It's hard to beat somebody with that kind of shape when they're in pretty damn good condition, which he is, and he's got a good amount of size. Quinton looks good, but Jordan's winning. I don't think he's going to win. If either one of them wins, I don't think it's obviously one of them's going to win, but I don't think it's going to be with a perfect score. I ended up in a brothel. Where's De La Rosa? He's probably looking at 5th place. How did Amir got second call out? Probably going to be 7th or 8th. Yeah, 7 or 8. He's with the top players. Yeah, he wasn't. Joe P did great. He did. Joe Palacios. 7 or 8 if Amir's in lineup. You know what? I'm going to take a quick look at Joseph Palacios' Instagram to see if he's got any footage of himself up yet. Because he looked really good, and I want to know more about this guy. Palacios. Is this him? Or is some? Nope, that's not him. Is it Joe Palacios? I don't know. I don't know his Instagram. That's how unfamiliar I am with him. No, none of those look like him, so I'm just going to keep it here for now. Just going to keep it here. I'm going to keep it classy. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's get to all those comments. Justin just needs more overall size. Yeah, Shire. What's up, Ron Ferdinand? Another Ron. Okay, I'm at work. When the pictures, Quinton looks peeled. His back's nice. He's still not very big. Yeah, his back could be thicker. Glutes and legs look massive compared to his back. True, Quinton could use more back, but the overall effect is pretty astonishing. The overall physique. Or at least like how judges sometimes overlook single body part. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get that because, like we just said, Justin Shire looks everywhere, looks great everywhere, but for the back. We just said Quinton, who's probably going to win. It's between him and Jordan Hutchinson. His back's not phenomenal. It's not great, but I don't know. Everything else is just so darn good. 22 hard-ass dudes is wild. Yeah, Ronnie, that's me. Kevin Will. Kevin Will, what's up, Kevin, on a Saturday? Love this coverage, Ron. Keep it up. Thank you. Stick to table tennis, I guess. Shows Jordan's unless Quint pulls something in finals. Shy looks good since we plays poorly. Yeah, he wasn't in the first call out. If you're not in the first call out, good luck. Good luck. It's never a good sign if you're not in that first call out. So keep going. I mean, yeah, that's who I was talking about. Nathan Dasha. I don't know if his past legal troubles. And it wasn't much. It was a pretty minor thing as far as gear goes. From what I recall, some guy had asked him to mail him some gear, some gym owner or something, and he did it. And that guy was looking at some prison time, and he was basically giving up someone else to save his own butt. Anyway, he's a rat. And Nathan hasn't been in the U.S. since 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2019. It was 18 or 19. Lionel be given a hard time by France while Macron's wife is a man. Well, I mean, we don't know if she's actually a man. I don't know. Could you possibly delay the live stream? Possibly show it 10:65? No. Well, I didn't even buy the live. No, you can't do that. You're still showing the live stream. You'd still get a copyright strike because it's not. You don't own that. You need the rights. Like for instance, UFC, right? UFC pay-per-view is like $80 for every title fight, every UFC event, pay-per-view event. You couldn't show if I'm starting an MMA fan channel, I can't show their fights, their pay-per-views live on my channel. My channel will be gone, and I'm sure UFC is so on top of that. My channel will be gone before you could blink. So no, I can't show the live stream. I know you guys don't want to pay for it. I didn't want to pay for it. I didn't pay for it. Nick Strength and Power. That's a good question. I wonder if Nick's already got footage up. That's a good. Nick's usually pretty good. Nick always buys a pay-per-view. I mean, Nick's got a lot of money. Oh, yeah, he's got it. He's got it. Okay. So this is Nick's video. Nick Strength and Power. He bought the pay-per-view. Look at him go. He's got the first. Yeah. Well, there you go. Nick Strength and Power, guys. Nick Strength and Power already has a great video out with the. Can I make this bigger? Ooh, what'd I do? Shit. What'd I do there? Okay. Tried to make it bigger and I almost lost it. So this is from Nick Strength and Power. If you want to see some really good, clean footage, he's able to do that. This is not like a 10-second delay. This is like an hour delay. He comes out with his footage, and it's not really taking away from the pay-per-view, so they don't mind that, I don't think. Amers Place has nothing to do with politics. Politics was an issue 20 years ago. Yeah, they don't care where people are from. They really don't. I mean, I've seen, like this Joseph Palacios guy, if it was about politics and followers and sponsors, I don't think he would have been in the top five, and he's looking at like fourth place because he looks really good. Classic guy, isn't he Brazilian? Joe Palacios. You got Ron Quint. I have Quint. Can I make this any bigger? Oh, okay. Well, Nick finally zoomed in. I mean, Jordan and Quint they're very, very different physiques. Very different physiques. Jordan does not have that. Look at how much smaller Quinton's waist is. Jordan's a thicker guy. He's got a lot more muscle mass. Very dense muscularity. Looks great. But Quinton's just so pretty. I mean, what are you going to do when Hulkamania runs all over you? This was second call out, guys. Oh, there's I don't want to just keep calling the Asian guy. What the heck's his name? It's long. I can't remember his name. It was the guy from China. He looks amazing. Patrick Moore in the middle there. The guy from China is right next to him. Beef Stew. I don't know who that taller guy is. But, you're probably going to watch Nick's video. I would. I'm going to. He always runs a good amount of footage from the pay-per-view. So if you're willing to wait like an hour after the show, after judging the finals are over, you can always get the highlights. Nick does great highlight reels. Yeah, I did a whole video, Chud Muffin, yesterday about Joey Swole. You can be a fan of Hulk Hogan, the character, the persona, the wrestler, without being a fan of Terry Bollea, the man, the person. It's like I said in my video yesterday, there have been a lot of musicians, movie directors, painters, whatever, people they produced amazing works of art, films, music, literature, whatever, writers, horrible people in their personal life, not good people, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy their music or their novels or their movies or whatever the case. R. Kelly's in jail for doing some awful things to young girls, but he still made some great music. Saw Joe come in. Well, they were ahead of me. I didn't do enough research into the names I hadn't heard of. Next time I'll do that. I didn't see Joe Palacios coming. If I had looked at his updates, maybe I would have been a bit more aware that this guy is probably going to do some damage, or very likely going to do some damage. So yeah, Milos and Fuad, they saw it. Considering it's a beauty pageant, wouldn't be surprised if Quinton won. I mean, it's a muscle show, but he's got a good amount of muscle too. So there's Patrick Bruno Santos, Patrick Moore, John De La Rosa. Was that Emir? I couldn't see before they turned around. Oh, why are you being fictitious? Okay. So anyway, guys, this is Nick's Strength and Power. He's showing a lot of highlights from the pay-per-view, which is fine because the judging is over. They're actually already starting. They're starting the finals pretty soon. They get this thing done. Yeah, that's Amir. They get this show done very quickly. The Tampa Pro. I mean, I remember all the years I went to it, the finals would be done by about 5 or 6. It would still be light out, still be sunshine. It's crazy to leave a show that early, but he does that, and then he does the NPC finals after that, Tim Gardner, which is pretty cool to be able to be all done with a pro show. It does, granted, take 3 days for this pro show. Thursday, day and night, is judging and finals for all the Masters Pro divisions. Friday, okay, that's all set. Can I skip the commercial? Yeah. Okay. All right, so that is Joe Palacios, Jordan Hutchinson, Quinton Eriya, and John Jewett there. I mean, that's your top 4. That's your top 4 right there. And they look phenomenal. Palacios is a big guy, man. He's a big dude. Big dude. Got Jordan winning. It's close. It's close. I mean, again, apples and oranges. 2 very different types of physiques. Jordan is a much more massive guy. He's got 3 times the hamstring mass that Quinton has. Let's see the back. I'm pretty sure he's got a better back. Yeah, he's got a little more back width, thickness than Quinton. Quinton's back could stand to be thicker. But structure and shape, Quinton's just got those really wide clavicles and narrow waist. He's got smaller joints. It's 2 very, very different types of physiques. You got like the Hercules type of physique with Jordan, and more of the Adonis, the more streamlined, shapelier physique with Quinton. I wouldn't want to be a judge because I think they're both worthy of the win today. Jordan deserves to win and Quinton deserves to win today, but you can't have a tie. You can't have 2 winners. One of these guys is going to win, and one of these guys is going to walk away empty-handed. Well, second place. And he's going to go to Texas the next week and win. So whoever wins today, whether it's Jordan or Quinton, I believe the other one is going to go to Texas 1 week from today, because I don't know of anybody really good that's doing Texas that isn't here today in Tampa. So I totally can see one of these guys. I believe they're both headed to the Olympia. One's going to get his ticket today, and the other one will get it next week in Texas. It is next week, right? Yeah. Yeah, Texas Pro is next week, and the Masters Olympia. Same day. Jeez. I feel bad for the Masters Olympia guys because a lot of the attention is going to be on the Texas Pro. It's the last big show. It's the last show in the USA Pro show to qualify for the Mr. Olympia. So it's going to take some of the spotlight away for sure from the Masters Olympia. But, the Mr. Olympia is the much more exciting show for most people as opposed to the Masters Olympia. So they want to see who gets the last few qualifications. And we're almost done with qualifications. There's only 3 more chances after this. So someone's going to get today, Quinton or Jordan, and then there's 3 more people, unless Jordan and Quinton, one of them goes to Europe and wins one of those shows and takes a qualification away from somebody. But yeah, this is a very, very solid top 4. Joe Palacios, congrats. Congrats on such a strong showing and beating a lot of bigger names. People like Beef Stew, Patrick Moore, Emir Omaragic, Justin Shire. People who we were talking about, a lot of us were talking about in the previews. I missed him. I guess he was in some other people's previews. I certainly missed the boat on Joe Palacios, but he looks fantastic. And he's definitely, if he doesn't get an Olympic qualification this year, which I don't see that as being very likely, I could see him coming back next season, bigger, better, harder, whatever, improved, and getting a qualification there for sure. Anyway, so yeah, guys, if you want to see some highlights, if you didn't want to spring for the pay-per-view, you can go to Nick Strength and Power. He's got a solid, how long is this video of his? It's almost 11 minutes worth of stage footage he's got there running. So good job, Nick. He's already got, half hour ago, he already had almost 4,000 views. He'll get like 100,000 views out of this, and rightfully so. Nick does a fantastic job. I'm not hating. I'm appreciating. Am I envious? Sure. But Nick's been killing the YouTube game for a long time, and he puts out an amazing product, great videos, commentary, footage, everything's right on the money. So anyway, I'm going to take off. I'm going to cook up some food, get a meal in, do all that, and I'll come back with a report on the win. Who's going to take it? Will it be Jordan Hutchinson? Will it be Quinton, Eriya, Quint Beastwood? It's going to be one of those guys. Right now, it does seem very, very close. I'm leaning towards Quint. A lot of people are also leaning toward Jordan. A lot of people have Jordan winning. So it's not a cut and dried show, and I don't think it's going to be a perfect score on the score sheets when it's all said and done either. So stay tuned, guys. Keep your notifications on. We'll be back with more coverage from the Tampa Pro in just a couple hours. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Peace.